All right, everybody, Scott Pierce here. Welcome to the webinar. We're going to be covering today a couple of different things, actually. I made a mistake of getting into the mastermind group right before the call. So sorry, I am a minute late here, but I saw this post from one of our clients. And before we get started, how is everybody doing? Neil, good to see you in sunny Southern California. Everybody else, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what's up. Let me know what you're having issues with. We can cover a lot of different things today. Doesn't take a ton of time to cover the basic topic. So with that, in the mastermind group here, just posted about 25 minutes ago. Daphne, good to see you. Holy cow. Between you and Neil, I don't know who's been with us longer. Neil's been with us for like 10 years, at least 14 years, Neil. Daphne's not much off that. Yeah, Daphne's been with us for a long time. Long time. In fact, Daphne, it was funny. I was just at a ERA office in Cape Coral, Florida. I don't think you're with ERA anymore, but I think that's where I initially knew you from. Are you still, Daphne, are you still with ERA or did you move to a different company? It's been a long time. My gosh. Seeing your name is a blast from the past. Oh, you are with ERA. Still with Jeremy? And sorry, everybody. I apologize. I don't mean to get on a personal conversation. Oh, Colo Banker. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Well, congratulations. But here, back in the mastermind group, and she's a newer broker. I believe she's a broker in Florida, maybe with us for about a month, maybe 2 months at most. And she's already won so many, I shouldn't say so many, but a number of listings because this is not the first post. But she says this has been a game changer, referring to the 100-point home marketing plan. And it's hilarious because I'm actually going to be, I already had it in mind because we did a massive update to it. And I want to show that to you for a number of reasons. But just go back to Tamara's post. There we go. Been a game changer. Thanks, Vince. I drove by the listing appointment, took a picture, added it to the presentation. That QR code scan during the presentation is making such a difference. Does everybody know what she's referring to? So we have a lot of people on the call today. I know the topic is to go through the 5 dangers of overpricing your home. We will be getting to that shortly. But does everybody know what she means by scanning that QR code? And one of the suggestions I'm going to make to everybody here is become an expert in this 26-page 100 plus point home marketing plans, the complete marketing plan to get your home sold. It is in your Listings to Leads account. And the reason I want you to become an expert with it is for a number of reasons. One, you'll just be better at your listing presentations. Two, you will be more comfortable and you will not be as nervous. So you're going to be, just more relaxed and you're going to be more open and excited to do a listing presentation. I know when I was an agent, listing presentations, they didn't scare me, but back in the day, there's so many ways it could go off the rails because we didn't have a beautiful presentation like this ready to use. We had to create them all by hand. And so it was a pretty big pain in the butt. This here is done for you. And it is a game changer. I hear from so many agents every single week that this is making a massive difference. But so one, you'll win more listings because you're going to have something in hand. Two, you'll become more excited, more open, less nervous about going into a listing presentation. And three, you will become a better marketer. You will learn how to market a listing much better if you know the plan. All right. So this marketing plan that is meant for to present in a listing presentation is also fabulous for you to make sure that you're sharp with what's going on with the different tools that we've got, how to make sure you are going to market that listing and understand the value that Listings to Leads provides both you and your seller when you're trying to get that home sold. So this is awesome. I'm going to just say thank you. I just shared this in our training call today. So awesome. So let me show you, if you're not familiar with the 100-point home marketing plan, right? You can create these, like Tamara said, you can create these where every image in here is of the home that you have the listing appointment with. So imagine you walk in, there's a PDF version that you can print and bind. So I got a cheap little binder right here. I've actually got another one that's a much more beautiful presentation binder, but we have clients that will do these for expireds and for FSBOs and take them over there. And so when Tamara said the QR code, Neil, great question. Hold on to that thought. Yeah, hold on to that thought. So what Tamara's talking about, for all those of you that have not seen this, and I'm just going to go through it briefly here. You can see here, right? Again, every image is of their home. And here's a beautiful thing. You don't need to, it's so easy because all the talking points, I was talking to an agent last week who mentioned it to me, and I was like, you're right. All the talking points are on here. All you have to do is pretty much go through this, paraphrase what's on the page to the homeowner during the presentation, right? Single property websites, virtual tours, flyers. But right here, when the homeowner scans this QR code right here, you are going to get that listing 99 out of 100 times most likely. Because when they see their home on their phone, right? Imagine they scan the QR code. Now they're looking at their home right on their phone. I mean, the psychological impact that has on these homeowners, because now they know, I mean, you just blew their mind. And it's a great way to do a soft close, straight up ask them, hey, you know what? I've got everything ready right now. All I have to do is flip the switch and the entire marketing platform is ready to go. But of course, we want to get professional photos. And I've already got a photographer tentatively scheduled to come by on Friday, if that works for you, because I know you said you want to sell your home fast. So you see how I just did that? And then obviously in our training that we do on this, we talk about how to make sure you understand what is the time frame ahead of time, and then work yourself through either the coming soon or just listed or both, doing open houses, right? Active listing, what is the average days on market to get to pending? And then of course, pending will be 30 days or whatever it's going to be. And so you can backtrack using a calendar, and you're going to get them nodding their head to all of your time frames. They've been nodding their heads to all the marketing tools. You blew their mind when they scanned the QR code, and now you're getting more listings, and it's just so much easier for you. You don't have to stress about creating some crazy package. Now, Neil, to your point, I know people who actually deliver, so they will print it up and they will deliver it or mail it, just the entire thing. Some people will do the pre-listing pack. I think everyone's going to be different in how they do that. You will see in your account. So go to listingstoleads.com. If you're not a client, sign up for a free trial. If you are a client, everything is ready for you. All you have to do is make sure that you went through the Get Started wizard, which you will do automatically when you sign up. It takes just a few minutes. And when you log in, you're going to be on the dashboard like you see here. And if I scroll down on the dashboard right here, listing presentation, I'm going to click marketing tools. There's a green button there on the right that said marketing tools. And yeah, Neil, we are actually adding canceled. I don't think it's live yet, but we are adding it. So when you land on the marketing tools, just click up to property marketing plan right here. Now there's an introduction. So I can add my introduction right here. You can see what it's going to look like right there. Beautiful. That will automatically insert into the first, the cover sheet, and then you got the introduction. You should include a CMA from a program that you've got maybe with your IDX or your MLS, or you got a third-party program for the CMA. This right here is the property marketing plan. We've also got the home selling process outline, which I would include. So in the normal binder that I take to the homeowner, it would include the property marketing plan, all right, the 100+ point home marketing plan. And then I would include the home selling process outline. and this is editable. And I would also include the PDF guide, How to Prepare Your Home for Sale. It's a great guide. It's a great leave behind along with the listing presentation. And when you've got this just sitting at your homeowner's property, man, they can just pick it up. They can look through it. So it's just such a beautiful thing. And imagine their friends come over, they have people visiting, that thing is sitting out and other people pick it up, right? So you can actually get more business when you make sure they've got a hard copy of this. Scott, for the flip book, how do we put this in as a listing? Scott, for the flip book, how do we put this in as a listing? Well, when you add it, Daphne, hold on to that thought. When you add the listing to your account as status, listing presentation, expired, or FSBO, you will automatically get the flip book and the PDF and the landing page. So that'll happen automatically, but I'll show you here in a second. So here's the big upgrade that we just did. Check this out. This is so awesome. When I click the download button, notice there's a drop down. So let's say I don't have their photo and the listing presentation is coming up and they called me, is coming up in 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Tomorrow, I don't have time to go take a picture or get one from somewhere else. I can just select any of my current listings. And I've already selected this one here, 1015 Riley Street. And what that will do, and that's what you're just looking at. So this is my account level general marketing plan, but instead of just using like what we had before, which was just kind of some random photos, you are now able to select any listing that you want in your account, and it will add, it'll add the photo right there to it. All right, now let me close that out. And to Daphne's question, and let me just, this will help clarify it a little bit better, because what Tamara did, I'll show you what Tamara did. She went, and for those of you that have come on, I see we've got more people with us in the mastermind group here. You can see one of our clients about a half hour ago came in and said that she used the marketing plan from Listings to Leads, and she got the listing, and she says it's a game changer. She drove by the listing before the appointment, took a picture and added it to her account. And I'm going to show you that right now. So in Listings to Leads, on the listings dashboard, click add listing. You have to do it manual because it's not a listing. We're going to create and do status listing presentation. And notice it will add seller's name, email, and phone number. All right, listing presentation. All right, so add their name, add their email, add their phone number, add the property information. You don't need to worry about price and bedrooms and bathrooms. Don't worry about that. You don't even need to worry about the property description, though if you want to add one, you can. The only other thing you have to do is click Save and Add Photos and add one photo. It could be Google Street View, but I'd rather see you go out and take a photo of the property and just let them know, hey, this is a photo I took. I use professional photography, right? I do drone videos, whatever it is that you do, and let them. And what I used to do, and this worked great. Sellers loved it. Is I would always schedule the photographer and just the photographer that you're always using, so they know they get a lot of business from us. And I would say, listen, I got a listing appointment coming up. Be honest with them. I got a listing appointment coming up on next week on the 10th. Could I schedule a tentative at this point photo session with you for the 14th or the 13th? And that way, when I'm in the listing appointment, I can let them know, hey, not only do I have the marketing tools ready, but because I know you want to get your home sold, I've got a tentative photography appointment scheduled. So click Save and Add Photo. And then when you add the photo and you save the listing, in this case, for the listing presentation, it's going to drop right back onto your account. And it will look just like this. Listing presentation. Now, here's a beautiful thing. Later, all you have to do is click it, select Coming Soon or Just Listed, and all the tools are right there. I mean, you could do the Facebook ad, send the tools to the seller. I mean, you could do all of that so fast, it's crazy. But to access the flip book and the PDF and the landing page, just click market listing, and notice there's a flip book. So Daphne, does this help answer your question right there? So now this is the one for the actual listing. So there's two versions, one at the account level. So that's the one that you want to use when you don't have time to create the one specifically for that particular property. But per Tamara and other clients, when you can get a photo of that property, add it to your listings to leads account, you're going to do so much better. I mean, it's just crazy. And what a lot of people do is they will send, here's the PDF, download listing presentation. So that's the PDF. And if you think about it, with a laser printer, well, here, let me show what I do. So when I print it, I use, and you're not going to be able to tell, but I use a heavier paper on the cover. So like a 40 weight paper or whatever. And I use the same heavier paper on the back cover. And then all the insides, I just use laser paper. And that way it just gives a little bit better feel. I think makes it feel a little bit nicer versus using laser on every single page. Neil, Daphne, does that make sense? So that way, and of course, this is just a cheap little binder. This is the kind of binder I use when I want to drop this off to an expired or a FSBO. But when I am in an actual listing presentation, I would get a nicer binder. I actually lost mine in Florida. We were in Florida doing the training, and I left it in the Airbnb. And by the time they found it, and it's not worth mailing it to me. I mean, it only costs about $10 to print those. So so anyways, my point is a lot of people will print this so they can leave it as a leave behind. But then, and you could thumb through this, right? So you could thumb through this together. You could hand it to them and you could look at it online. But what a lot of people do is they will present together with the homeowner the flip book. So imagine we're sitting next to each other, right? I got the computer over, or however you're doing it. If you got a tablet, whatever, and you're just flipping through, letting them know, hey, we do paid Facebook advertising. We do different ads at every single status. We'll be doing just listed when the property first hits, and then it'll be active. We'll be doing an open house when the listing goes pending, because we don't stop marketing your listing until it closes escrow. We do social media marketing on all the different platforms, right? I mean, it makes you look like such an expert. Wow. And then watch their faces. It's awesome. Watch their faces when they scan that QR code and they realize that they're looking at their home right on their phone. I mean, it is a game changer. Matthew. All right. I think I might love this, because I think we got a Home Depot not too far from us. Did you know it's actually cheaper to use Home Depot to print? Oh, interesting, Matthew. Thank you so much for that. I'll check that out. Everybody else, you heard that from Matthew right there. Did you know it's actually cheaper to use Home Depot or Office Depot to print your big brochures? All right. I had no idea. Okay, cool. Daphne, not yet, but we'll look to do that. But Daphne, give me your use case. So what would it be that you change? Because there's really nothing you need to change. I don't want you overthinking this. Now, if you do, for example, hey, I do drone videos, I do floor plans, I do 3D tours. You can add that, maybe, create a page for it, and then you can add it to your print version. But at this point, not yet on the flip book. We'll look to add more editing to it, but I'm just telling you, to the flip book, you don't need to add anything. You really don't. All right. Again, I know, hey, if I'm doing drone tours or if I'm doing 3D tours, I want to make sure I add that to my listing presentation. So I would say, create a one pager or whatever is appropriate, and then add it to the print version. Yeah, no, definitely. I'll tell you what you should do is make sure you print a version that you're going to give to the seller, but I would keep a version for myself as well. Maybe not on every single listing, but when I am doing my open houses, for example, I want to make sure this is available, because when I use the nearby homeowner letter and I invite the neighbors to the open house, or just when people come through as a potential buyer, but they also own a home that they may be selling. I want this on the table because it will get them to pick it up. They might start thumbing through it. And you know what? To that point, there is another, and I know, and I apologize, we will get to the topic of the day, but related to that, in the mastermind group, I just did a post right here. There is a video version. There is a 5-minute video version of the 100% home marketing plan, right? This right here. There is a video version of this listing presentation package as well. And this video right here, if you click it, I walk through how to add, let me see here. Yeah, how to add this video to your YouTube channel. In fact, let me show you here. If I go to my channel and I go to videos, and this video I'm going to show you right now is in your listings account. Let me go back to the beginning. So put this on the TV or a laptop at your open house. And that was from another client. I don't know, Matthew, was that from you or somebody else? Which absolutely awesome. I've had other clients doing it now as well. And it's amazing. All right. Because again, have this video on the TV set. You should put this on your YouTube channel, period. In fact, you might, in fact, can YouTube, I'll probably create a playlist or maybe even put this, if you don't have a better video, this would be my intro video on my YouTube channel if you don't have anything better at this point. But this is a 4-minute, 58 seconds. I'm just going to round up to 5 minutes. And it is a video version of the print and flip book. And I would recommend, in fact, let me drop this into the chat. And then I'm gonna drop it in the chat because I want you to look at the description I'm using. And feel free to copy and paste into your own YouTube channel. And Anna said, if you take a picture, you add it to the listing presentation. Yes. Yep. Just like I showed, right? You're going to click the green add listing button. You're going to select manual. You'll add in the street address, the seller's name, email, and phone number, right? Street address. Don't worry about the property description, bed, bath, price. Don't worry about any of that. Click save and add photos. Add at least one photo. One is fine. And then you'll save it, and then everything will be ready for you. And let me just show you here. Oh, geez. Hold on one second here. All right. Here is my description. So take that, edit it, use it on your own YouTube channel. And where that video is in your Listings to Leads account is in the media library. So right here, media library. And if you don't see it, you might be watching this a year from now. Click where it says 100 marketing plan, and you'll see there's a short version and there's a long version. If I click it, now you could just play the video from here if you've got a laptop that you want to use at the open house. So imagine you've got, hopefully you're using our open house mastery so that you got the most engaging open house possible. That is a seller showcase, a buyer showcase. We don't want to sit there and waste our time at an open house. So this, I can keep the volume on or just super, super low. I don't want the music blasting at my open house. But imagine this playing on the TV or a laptop. It's fun, right? If new people come in and you see them walking in, I would walk over and make sure to refresh it so it starts from the beginning again. And not a lot of people stay in the home for 5 minutes. And if they do, awesome, even better. You can just again replay it. Some wrong. Oh, All right. Yeah. You know what? I turned the volume, I turned my volume off. Sorry about that. What I was saying is we want to make sure that our open houses are a seller showcase, a buyer showcase. We don't want to waste our time at an open house. Neil says, what software do you use to change the video? There's no software. What do you mean by change the video? This is just downloadable. So when I click it, right here, the green download button. So just download it and then upload it to your YouTube channel, right? Upload it wherever you want. You could upload it to Dub, right? Imagine, in fact, I got to see how to market that to seller leads. All those seller leads that you got in your database, man, this would be in fact, you know what? Put that video on your YouTube channel and then, I closed my YouTube channel. And then maybe take the description from the YouTube channel, reformat it as an email. And that could be a great email to send to my seller leads. In fact, that might be something I do about once a quarter to make sure that they all understand that I got one of the top marketing plans in the country. Now we got an e-flyer that you can send to your database for the marketing plan, but I think putting this video in front of people would be phenomenal. The more people, the more homeowners in my area that I can get to see this video, the more listings I'm going to get. All right, can everybody hear me still? I think I turned the volume down. Yeah, Neil, that'll be something we'll do a little bit later where we actually take your profile information and then put it at the end of that. So yeah, great suggestion. Yeah, love it. Thank you. While we're looking at this, there's also a version for your TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts right here. This is just a minute, 15 seconds. But keep in mind, when they're on your YouTube channel or they're on your Instagram page or your TikTok, your name is right there. But I get your point, and I love it. But just keep in mind, they are going to see your branding, and it's in the email, right? So they're going to see all your stuff. But yeah, it would be awesome to put that in the video as well. So thank you for that. And let's get to the topic of the day. Goodness. So let me just close a few of these things out right here. Let me go ahead and close that. And we are talking about the PDF guide, 5 Dangers of Overpricing Your Home. These guides are great to generate leads, but they're also great to engage your past seller leads. They're phenomenal for that. So I clicked PDF guide in my listings to leads account. Now these will all be branded to your colors, your logos, your picture. So yours might look a little bit different than what mine do. I'm going to type in 5 dangers. Keep in mind, we got like 40 PDF guides. We're adding a few more, I know, from suggestions in the mastermind group. So if you got a suggestion for a new guide, get to the mastermind group. Let us know what it is. And when I click 5 dangers of overpricing your home right here, click marketing tools. Now, if you have not seen this guide, it's available both in Spanish and English. I can click download guide right here, and I'll have some options: English, Spanish, text only, text only. Now, one use case for the text only is, and I like to do this, is I like to drop it into Chat GPT and just ask me for different versions of it, just so that when because this is something I use every quarter. This is a great PDF guide. Every 3 to 4 months, I like to send it out to my database because it's a very compelling guide, but I also want to have a little bit of a different slant each time. So I'll download the text version, and then I'll just copy it, or I can just upload the file right into Chat GPT and just say, hey, give me a compelling email that will engage the seller leads that I have on my database. And it will give me a great email. I'll edit it. I'll work with it a little bit. I never take the initial email or whatever it is that Chat GPT or Manus or Grok, whatever AI you're using. I never take it at face value, the first iteration they give me or the first version they give me. I always want to make sure to be honest, I mean, AI is phenomenal for a lot of things, but it's, user input, AI output. So I've noticed that based on what I ask, it will give me different replies. And then if I were to say, well, what about this? It'll say, oh, that's a great idea. And then I say, well, what about this? Oh, that's a great. And I'm like, well, why didn't you have that great idea before I did? I thought you were the AI. Well, why am I the one coming up with all the great ideas? So AI is phenomenal for, taking information and regurgitating it and giving you a bunch of different formats really quickly that would take you probably hours to do. And it can do it in just a few minutes. But you always want to make sure you read through it, you edit it, it's clear. If there's another idea that pops into your mind, to add it in there and finesse it just a little bit. But here you can see we've got the entire structure set up for you. So whether you use this as it is, and I'm going to go through each one, but you can see we've got Facebook ads, Google, social media. We have a short form video script. I want you all to be making sure you're doing video. You could be doing video like I'm doing right here. You can go out and do video. Get a DJI mini mic or whatever, and get it. Put the mic on your phone and a lapel mic. Get some great videos out there. If you've not done video, I highly recommend get your face in the video. All right, you may feel uncomfortable with that, but you're only going to get more comfortable. You're only going to get better when you're actually in the video itself. We got the e-flyer to send out to our database. We got a call script. I'm going to highly recommend that you call through all the leads, not all the leads, but use the script to call through some of the seller leads in your database. I'll be coming back to that in a minute. We got a print flyer. It's not the exact same PDF guide, but it's a different one. But similar to this one, you can see there's a QR code, and I get an acrylic flyer stand, and I'll show you another one. So here's another one that's a vertical format. You can see it kind of sits on the table, and then people can scan the QR code. And these are great at an open house. Maybe you're going to door knock with the nearby homeowner letter, and you want to include something extra, so you could print this up with the nearby homeowner letter to either mail or print. So you can even mail these. There's a postcard version as well. What I like to do for the postcards, if you're using a service like Mailbox Power or Thanks.io, you can actually do dynamic home images. So it's the seller's home that is showing in this spot right here. Here, let me download this. And I will be going back. I'll be walking through actually doing the ad and doing a few of the other things as well. But I just want to give you a quick overview of all the tools. So this postcard here, so with Thanks.io, Mailbox Power, and maybe some other services as well, I can do a dynamic image right here of the seller's property and a dynamic QR code. So there's a lot of really cool things here you can do with the postcards. You can use them as is, or I can take them to Canva and I can edit in Canva a little bit and then mail it out, right? But we got everything set up for you. They scan the QR code. They download the PDF guide. Same with the door hanger. If you're into doing circle prospecting or farm calling, we got a script for that as well. And then lastly, here you'll see a QR code. And I think, one more thing. Let me see something real quick. In the media library, I think we've even got a video. Five dangers. Let me see. Yeah, we even got a short form video you can download and upload to your socials. All right, so you can see you can download that video and then you can upload to all of your socials. So that's pretty cool. I believe that actually will be part of auto posting if you got social content turned on, but I like to just do it all together. So when I do the email and I do the Facebook ad, if I do it, or the social media post, the short form video, then I like to put this there as well. So that way everybody in my audience will see it. So let's just go back to the PDF guide where we were earlier. And let's see what's under edit. Oh, all right, edit here. couple of different things on edit tags. So when the leads go to your CRM lead source, if you need to use that, I can change the image here. So my file media from L to L. And if I do 5 dangers, and you can even upload your own. So if you got an image from Canva or something like that, if I select that one, it'll swap it out. And we got the autoresponder for the landing page. If I want to edit the lead form right here, I can do that as well. So use Facebook registration, turn off the address. This is a seller lead, so I like the address to be on there. What is your time frame to sell? All right, all awesome stuff, but let's click back to marketing tools and let's just roll through it. It only takes a few minutes to do. Now for Facebook ads, these leads are going to probably come in between 15 to 20 bucks. So they're more expensive, pending and solds between 8 to 12 bucks. Those are my favorite for seller leads. This one, if you got extra budget and you want to run this as a seller ad, that's totally fine. I would be doing more of the short form videos, the social media post, the email to my database, calling through my database. If I'm using a nearby homeowner letter, I might include the print flyer for this as well, so that as I'm door knocking or mailing, I would include both a print flyer for this guide and the nearby homeowner letter. So, to me, there's better uses for my Facebook ad budget money. But here we got lead ad. I'll just show you. In fact, we got traffic, we got video views. I'm going to go through this twice. And the first one will be the most simple way to do it. Leave it as lead ads. Type in your location. Oh, excuse me. All right. Come down to budget. Now I'm going to change 50 to 100 because remember, it's like $10 a lead. 5 leads is not going to really be a lot or enough. So I'm going to pop that to $100. It'll start end date for 1 week. I can change the image right here. So if I want to use a different image, I can. I don't know why that city is showing like that, but whatever. And right, so you got the autoresponder. Everything's dialed in. You don't need to change anything. And click create ad. Now you can also do traffic, where traffic will take people right to the landing page. The lead ad will collect name, email, phone number, and selling time frame right in the lead form before they get to the PDF download. You can see I got different past ads here. So I'm going to turn that off. And let's create an ad one more time. All right, so again, click Facebook and Instagram ad. Oh my gosh, why is this? So I'm going to go video views. And, all right, location, Roseville. Now notice, let's see here. So notice that changed the image. I'm sorry, it changed the image to a video. But check this out. Then, now I could just click create ad, no problem. But check this out. I can also retarget. So if you got a list, now of course I would. This is for seller leads, but just to show you, I can add. So if I got any kind of custom audience, I can add the custom audience, and I could even go one step further and change that budget to like $5 a day, and do a daily budget. So use Facebook lead ad to keep it super easy. But again, if I wanted to do more advanced ideas, and this would be more like a percolating ad, so I could upload my database as a custom audience, and you can do that in Listings to Leads. So you can download your database as a CSV file, make sure it's formatted properly. I uploaded ChatGPT, my database CSV file, and I said, can you please format it to so I can upload this as a Facebook custom audience. And ChatGPT came back and said, yes, but we're having a problem with the top row, because the top row I had like name, email, phone number, and all that stuff. And it knew to not include the top row. It reformatted the entire CSV file for me perfectly. And I just uploaded it into Listings to Leads, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And so regardless, however I do a lead ad, traffic, video views, really it's just location, budget, and create ad. All right, any questions on that? Keep in mind, when you do Facebook ads for your just listeds, your open houses, your active listings, yours are borrowed, right? You need to be doing I like to do 1 to 2 listings a week, every single week, spending $125 on just those alone, because a lot of the buyer leads coming through also have a home to sell. And if you are combining that with open houses and doing your open houses in a way that we teach, I'm telling you, within 2 months, your business will change. It just will. All right. And it's not about dipping your toes in the water. It's not about trying it out and seeing how it works. It's about going all in and doing it, just like it is with diet, exercise, putting gas in your car, right? I don't put a half a tank of gas on my car to try it out, and then my car dies out halfway to in my trip. All right, that's not a very smart plan. I want to make sure I got a full tank of gas, right? I don't do something with only 10% of what I need to be successful. To be successful, we want to do all of this together because it all works together. I talked to an agent on behalf of a client, and this other agent said, man, I see your client all over the place. And, she lives in the same area. And she's like, every time I'm on Facebook now, I see him everywhere because of the ads that you're running. And the more consistent your ads are, and when you spend enough money, like about 125, about 100 to 150 a week, I think 125 to 150 to start is the best. As soon as you can get to that budget, because again, if you're trying to, the gas analogy, whatever you want to use, but when you don't have enough money in a Facebook ad budget and you're generating too few leads, that causes a lot of other problems going forward. So Facebook ad, get that out the door. If you're into doing Google, these are great for Google, right? Whether it's Dustin Fox, who wrote 6 weeks to real estate success, or 6 weeks to agent success. Normally I've got it on my table here. But he loves our Google ads. He says, our easy Facebook ads, our easy Google ads. And if you're into doing Google, you'll know this is just, again, I don't want to say a game changer, but man, I tell you, it makes doing Google a lot easier. Look at that, daily budget, $50. So if you're into doing Google, your minimum is going to be 20, 30 really should be a minimum, but 50, right? And hit create ad, and we send it to Google, get it approved. You're live under advanced options, because if you're into doing Google, some of this may make sense to you. If not, you don't need to worry about it because we've got it all for you. But I think you'll appreciate this if you are into doing Google. So we have all the headlines, right? The descriptions, the site extensions. You can turn them on, leave them off. So that's Google. Social media post, I would definitely make sure to get this done. Now, again, here, right? This is a great place. If I wanted to, I could go to ChatGPT, like I mentioned at the beginning of this segment of this call today, and have ChatGPT write me something a little bit more compelling. So if you take this right here and just copy that, drop it into ChatGPT, get a few ideas from them, see what you think resonates with you and your local audience, paste that right in there. I got my headline, my description. Again, I can change the image with one of the things that we give you or something custom, and then click post now. Now that should be, you should make sure you're connected to Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Google. You want to make sure you're doing all of it. And Daphne's, Daphne says, why are you putting the cities in there instead of just putting the location? Well, there's because we don't know your location that you want to run it for, Daphne. So for a listing, we know the location. So for the listing, we'll say, Roseville, Folsom, Lincoln, Loomis, what have you. So we know the location because of the city of the listing. For the PDF guide, we don't. So just drop in Roseville, Columbus, leave the 15-mile as is. Do not expand it. If you do, I would add 50% more to my budget. So if I'm going to run the ad for $100, if I expand it to 30 miles, because now my market's going to be a lot bigger. If I don't increase my budget, the views are going to be too thin per audience member. Hopefully that makes sense. But I just imagine if you saw something once versus seeing something 3 times. So when I increase my audience by going from 15 miles to 30, I'm increasing my audience a lot, so that now people are going to see it a lot less. And not everybody clicks the first time they see it. They may click the second, third, fourth time, and that's absolutely normal. All right. So hopefully that made sense for you. Next up is the short form video script. If you are not sure how to use this, I believe if I click, right there. Oh, right there, the blue one. How to use teleprompter app. If you click this right here, the blue button, it takes you to now this whole post is a great post to read, but this video here, if I click play, I'm showing you can see the account is in the background, and I show you how to get that script to your phone and upload it into a teleprompter app if you need it. Or you can just paraphrase it, memorize it, whatever you want to do. So again, great script. Now, if I wanted to take the script, drop it into ChatGPT, ask them for something a little bit more local from my area, by all means do it. And I know people that do these videos once a day, right? Think about it. We have 80 different PDF guides. So can you imagine having 80 different scripts like this? And if you did one a day for 80 days, that's essentially 3 months, because you're not going to get every single day. So let's say you get them all done in 3 months. Well, at the start of month 4, I can just start all over again with the first one. No one's going to remember what I did 3 months ago on Instagram. Does that make sense? So Neil, I think this is something, whether it's Claudia or you, Daphne, I think this is something that you should be doing. And you could do it from your car. You could do it walking into a broker's showing. You could walk it into you could do it from an open house. So there's a lot of great places you can do this from. You don't have to sit here and do it from your desk like I am right now. All right. Next up is the e-flyer for your database. This is my favorite use case, is to my database. All right. Now, the short form video is awesome. I'm going to do the social media post for sure. Whether I do an ad or not just depends on the budget I've got and what else I'm doing, where I'm spending money. But the e-flyer is also free. And let me log into Follow Up Boss. And I will show you how to send both through Follow Up Boss and Listings to Leads. So give me a second, just logging into my other monitor, and I will be pulling it over here in just a second. And if you got Follow Up Boss, you could send this as a text. And in fact, we should add in a text message, like default message for everybody. Excuse me. To send this to your database from Listings to Leads, or to send this to your leads inside of Listings to Leads, all you have to do is click. You can edit the email. So as I mentioned earlier, if I go to ChatGPT or I just want to make some edits to this, I can. For example, one thing I would love to do at some point is give you the ability to add your Calendly link so that you could, watch this. So the email starts off, click below to download the 5 dangers of overpricing your home for sale report. You could change, guide if you wanted to. 5 dangers, there's a download link. This report will provide you some great information. And in Chat GPT, and I'm going to take this. So this is from Chat GPT, such as, and then I'm going to add a little emoji. And then I might say, I'm going to change this line right here. Reply back for even more ways to, oh, I might say reply back for our 100 plus point home marketing plan, or, and then put my Calendly link. And then I can send that out through listings to leads. So you can see here, I just click send now, select all, or just select my seller leads. My thought with send all might be that some of my buyer leads have a home to sell that I just don't know. But if you want to just send your seller leads like that, boom, click send. And I can also click up here. So there's a little icon and it says the options when I click it say copy code. So that'll copy the entire email with a signature. I'm sorry, that'll copy just the text of the email without the signature. Copy with signature. So that'll copy including your listings to leads, lead gen signature, and then copy for follow-up boss. So I select copy for FUB, go to follow-up boss. And if you're using another CRM, just use one of the other two versions of the email. Follow-up boss is a little bit different with the way they do HTML. So just navigate to where you send an email. And I've already selected all of my seller leads. And I'm going to go, there's a button here called Insert HTML, or it could say Insert Source. You just click it, pop that in there, boom. And then I asked Chat GPT for a great subject line. And let me see if I can find it. And actually, yeah, I'm just going to go think a higher sales price on a home gets more money. Find out. Right. Actually that's a pretty good title. All right, because a lot of homeowners, right? Of course, they think, "Hey, I don't want to get 800,000 for my home. I want to get 850. So let's go to 900, and that way, if somebody offers us less, but we know, oh my God, if you price this thing at 900,000, you're not going to get the right buyers coming through. The people that do come through are going to laugh at your price, and we're going to sit here for 2 months and never get this property sold." Versus we price it at 800,000, we get a lot of people interested. We get multiple offers, we counter, and we're at 870. All right. Now that's not a guarantee, but that's normally how it works more likely than trying to do a higher price and come down. All right. Doing a higher price coming down just means you're going to be getting the investors, the bottom of the barrel people, you're going to get people even lowballing you more because they know you're not serious about your price versus coming in lower. So this could be a great headline for that email. And then preview. All right, that'll be the first name. This is a download link. All right, looks great. The image is downloadable. There's my listings to lead signature. And get that out the door. I would also then call through some of my seller leads. Visibility within your database is something that you want to make sure that you are on top of. We don't want our database to forget about us. We don't want our database to be thinking that we are only there to drop emails and ask for referrals and when they're ready to sell. By sending out that PDF guide first and then calling through will help make sure that more people see the email. More people will appreciate the value that you bring, but also just hearing your voice, because the people that are motivated to sell soon, they are the ones that are more likely to call you back or even answer the phone or respond to a text message. So with that as well, I know Follow Up Boss has mass text capability. I can text 150 people at a time. So I would take that subject line, take the link, and I would send that out as a text message also. I may go to, I don't think we give a short URL, but if I needed to, because of text messaging, I might create a bit.ly link from the landing page, right? So if I click, let's see, where is, yeah, you see where it says view, and it says view PDF guide landing page. And I could take that URL and drop it into bit.ly if I need a shorter URL. We've actually got a massive update to these coming soon, those landing pages. I can't wait. We talked about the print flyer. These are beautiful. At a minimum, I would use these at an open house. These are phenomenal. I've talked to people, do like 4 or 5. So do 1 or 2 print flyers for buyers. Do 1 or 2 print flyers like this for sellers. And I don't know if you can see it. I showed this a little bit earlier. Let me bring up my camera so I can see. Right. So this is the listing presentation flyer. So imagine at my open house, whether it's a neighbor preview or just a standard open house, and I use the e-flyer from my database. So I'm going to get some homeowners coming to the open house, perhaps from that. I got the Facebook ad out there running, and I spent $100 to promote my open house. I'm going to get homeowners coming in from that. I use the nearby neighbor letter. I'm going to get homeowners coming in from that. I asked the seller to share it on their Facebook page and to put it on Nextdoor or Facebook community group. And I'm going to get more homeowners coming in from that. And all those homeowners are going to see the commercial. They're going to see the video either on the seller's TV off my YouTube channel. They might see that video on a laptop like I'm presenting on now, or a tablet. They're going to see the 100-point home marketing plan right here. And then they're also going to be able to download it for themselves from that print flyer that has the QR code. And that's what I mean. Again, all of this works together to absolutely blow up your business. Here's a postcard and door hanger. So if I want to add this to a campaign, if you got a farming campaign, right, whatever platform you're using, this would be a great addition to it. So you're sending out, maybe did a just sold postcard, a just sold nearby homeowner letter, and you don't want to just stop reaching out to these people just because you don't have a listing. So when you don't have a listing in an area, or where you got an area, a farm area that is on a postcard campaign, selecting a few of the postcards from the PDF guides would be a phenomenal addition to that. And again, with Mailbox Power, Thanks.io, and maybe others, I can replace that image on the right with a dynamic image of the homeowner's property. And then the QR code can also be a dynamic QR code. But either way, farm and circle prospecting script. So I can call through, if I'm using Redx or another service like that, this is a phenomenal script, right? I can't keep calling homeowners in my farm with the same message every week or every month or every quarter, whatever it is that you're doing. So this is a great message, a great conversation to have with homeowners in your circle prospecting or farm calling. And yeah, Daphne. So if you do it in your CRM, so let me show you also here. I showed you the copy code button right here. You can also, I would do the first name part through your CRM tags. So whatever CRM you're using, you can do either copy code or how do I get out of preview? Give me a second here. Go back to edit. There we go. Let me open this up a little bit bigger. So this is Follow Up Boss. Let me delete what I have right there. So in listings to leads, instead of clicking copy code, I just highlighted and copied the email itself, right? You see how but I didn't do the first name. And now if I come into my CRM, I can just do like that as well. Looks phenomenal. Looks great. In fact, that looks almost better. I'm sorry. Yeah. Now your CRM, I want to put right, there we go. So your CRM will have tags, whether you select them from like a editor or, and 9 times out of 10, you can ask your CRM if you need to. 9 times out of 10, it's just whatever it was we had. That's just a standard tag. So, right. And then send yourself a test email. Make sure it put your name in there, in that tag, and you're good to go. Make sense, Daphne? Okay, I am done. Any questions on anything that we covered? It's 10 a.m. Pacific. It's 1 p.m. on the East Coast. It's noon for all of you in the Central Time Zone. So any questions on anything we covered before I let you go? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Do not forget your affiliate link. If you want to make 15%, we got an affiliate link right here. We've even got marketing invites. We got an email, got a social media post. You can share the link directly. Right. We even got a print flyer. So if you're doing like a lunch and learn with other agents or a coaching call, if you're a trainer, we have a lot of coaches and trainers in listings to leads. So these are useful. But again, I can also just copy that affiliate link and send it to somebody as well. You get 15% recurring. There's no caps or limits. All right, Daphne, make sure to get to the mastermind group. Let us know if we can be of any help. I want to get your feedback on this. And with that, everybody have an awesome day. And we do have a training tonight. Let me see what it is real quick. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say the wrong thing and people don't come, or people come expecting something else. At 5 p.m. tonight. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, I'm off tonight. All right. Well, tomorrow is the 17th. Let me see what we got on the 17th. Oh, expired in FSBO. So tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific, expired. I'm going to show you one thing. If anybody here right now, I was on another call before this one, and I'm just listening. It was like a EXP coach, and it was kind of funny. So he was saying, he's like, yeah, you call it the FSBO and you say that I've got a private out of town buyer that wants to maybe buy your home, and can I come over and take a look at it, whatever. And someone came on and said, I called some expireds and they all said I was they've already had agents say that same exact script, right? Like, how dumb is that going to make you feel? But can you imagine calling up a FSBO with the script, and then the FSBO calls you out like, dude, you're the third person to call me with that same script. So thank you very much. Check this out. In listings to leads, if I go to landing pages, I'm going to keep this 2 to 3 minutes because I know you're all busy. You got a million things you're doing. But just as a little tease for the call tomorrow night, you can create FSBO landing pages, and I'll show you tomorrow night how to do it. But check all these landing pages I got for FSBO. And if I click on marketing, and it takes literally 3 seconds, 5 seconds. All I do is I just select FSBO landing page type. I type in the name I want to give it. All of this is created. It's fully editable, although you don't need to. But the idea here is we are going to offer the FSBO homeowner a set of marketing tools for them to get their property sold faster. And this print flyer right here is a phenomenal. If anybody wants to scan that QR code, let me bring it down real quick. Let's all scan it together just to make sure that it works. So let's see here. Get my phone. I'm going to scan it or not. Let's see here. There we go. Boom. And notice that domain, FisboSoldNow.com. Oh, so beautiful. Check this out. Hold on. I'm going to bring my camera back. Can you see that? It's not very clear. I apologize, but you get the gist of it, right? I'll show you the online version right now. The landing page that is on my phone is this one right here. And so if you want to get a list, and same thing for expireds. The expireds and the FSBOs are just phenomenal with listings. If you want to get a listing in the next 7 days, join us tomorrow night at 5. And it's cheap. It's straightforward. We're not blowing smoke up a homeowner's butt with these kind of like, I got a buyer, right? If you do, phenomenal. And that's a great call to have. But hey, listen, if you do have a buyer, that's one way to try to touch base with them. But if that doesn't get any engagement with them because you're the 17th person to call them with the same thing, that's where this print flyer, we got a social media post, we have an email, we got a call script. So if there are FSBOs in your area, if there are expireds in your area, you're going to want to get on this call and start closing more of them with a value add proposition versus some random script that, is kind of half true. Does that make sense? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking for the link. I'm going to give that link to you. Then I will sign off so we can all get to our other work. Give me 1 second. Here is the copied link. I'm going to come into StreamYard. I'm going to drop it into the chat for everybody. Boom, right there. I'll hang out for a really quick minute here so that whoever wants to click on that link can. So let me know when you've clicked on the link, and then I'll wait for a few of you to let me know that you've got it, and then I'll sign off. But even that landing page. So for Daphne, for example, if you do, and I don't know, Daphne, if you do, other marketing ideas, but you can add in right here. I do 3D tours, get a drone video, right? Whatever. Get one thing I would offer here is a short form video, and then put like TikTok and Instagram. And then I would be the one to come out and do the video for them. Why? Because it's content. The more content, the more homes I'm showing on my platforms, the better it is for me. Make sense? Always talk to your, sometimes FSBOs can be a little, with MLSs. So you might want to talk to your broker just about, maybe promoting a FSBO on your socials, but I think it's good for most people. So anyways, all right, everybody, listen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a phenomenal day. And please get to the mastermind group, participate. Let us know what's working for you. We'll talk to you soon.